Coming up, the turnaround in education officials hope for could take years. And thousands turned out to see a few persons win thousands of dollars and a new luxury car. So don't you move. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, topping the news tonight. Another notice was sent out last week reminding parents that non-Bahamian students must comply with the government's new immigration policy regarding registration. When the new academic school term begins on August 31st, those students will be required to have a student permit or passport with a residency stamp. It is one of the provisions of the government's policy that took effect on November 1st last year, aimed at reducing the number of illegal immigrants in this country. Education Minister the Honorable Jerome Fitzgerald says that every student impacted must be registered before the end of the year.
Every student must produce some sort of certification that they have the authority to be in the country. The Ministry of Immigration, Department of Immigration, is facilitating that. We also stated that those kids who, for whatever reason, through immigration's processing or unable to have the necessary paperwork in place by September would have until the 31st of December to cure whatever that is, and so they will be registered.
And over the past 3 years, a number of policy initiatives have been implemented to transform education. The government's intent is to ensure that no child will be left behind. However, the education minister believes that change is not immediate. Oscar Adderley reports.
With numerous initiatives, including student tracking designed to reverse the dismal graduation rate among public school students, not at about 50%, the Minister of Education says the desired improvements will take years to see.
We have really made a concerted effort to improve academic outcomes. And it's not an easy road, and it's not something that's going to be fixed overnight. Education and change in education and improvement is something that takes time, but I feel that we are on the right path now. The last 2 years we have consistently seen improvements in our national examination results, and so I remain encouraged by those improvements, and I expect to see improvements continuing this year and over the next 10 plus years.
The Honorable Jerome Fitzgerald believes leadership is the key to making the improvements. He highlighted the participation of 70 local principals in the McCrell Leadership Training Program this summer as vital to the ministry's goal of ensuring that every student experiences some degree of success.
We believe leadership really is the key component to ensuring that all of the intervention and all the strategies that we are putting into the public school system to ensure that kids don't continue to fall through the gaps. It really begins and starts with leadership, and so we're investing a lot of money in the development of our principals across the length and breadth of the country.
The education minister continued to appeal to parents to become more involved in their children's education. He stressed that parental involvement should be nurtured with love, encouragement, and support. Oscar Adderley, ZNS Network News.
With thousands of students in the public school system, however, only 7% of them benefited from scholarships to attend colleges and universities abroad. The shocking discovery was made after the Ministry of Education instituted a program last year to look at the number of scholarships awarded to public school students. Education Minister the Honorable Jerome Fitzgerald says finances is a major challenge.
Because the government scholarship is only a partial grant, so the parents still have to find the balance of the funding. The next was knowing that they were available. Also ensuring that the kids were prepared to meet whatever the qualification was to benefit from scholarships either locally or abroad. And so last year within our scholarship unit, we brought in Ms. Monique Hinsey and began to leverage our scholarship dollars for programs specifically aimed at giving full scholarships to government school students who've met the criteria.
Now, one of those students to benefit from a government scholarship this year is Rex Charlton. Earlier this week, the former Government High School Student Council president was not only named an All-Bahamas Merit Scholar for the public schools, but was also awarded a $7,500 scholarship from the Ministry of Education to attend Holland College in Canada. As the first college student in his family, Charlton says he is excited about pursuing studies in hospitality management.
The scholarship means a lot to me. I mean, I work hard. I see for the pictures at the Government High School. I mean, I never used to really be focused with how I came to Government High. Yeah, I heard some negative things about Government High, saying all this and that. But I really learned. I walk with honors this year.
Commonwealth Bank is also pitching in to ensure children living in the inner city are ready for the 2015-2016 academic year with all of the necessary supplies. On Saturday, the Bahamian Bank teamed up with the music makers Junkanoo Group to host a back-to-school party in Junkanoo Rush Out. Scores of children eagerly lined up to receive their goodies. The bank's Senior Vice President of Credit Risk, Denise Turnquest.
We have been giving an annual donation of backpacks, approximately 10,000 to children all across the Bahamas. And today, for the first time, we are coming to the community to give them ourselves. In the past, we've been giving them through the Ministry of Education, through the Ministry of Social Services, distributing via their representative offices throughout the Bahamas, throughout the islands of the Bahamas. But we are so pleased to be here in the community, really interacting one-on-one with the children and the parents who will be benefiting from this donation.
Turnquest says education is the single greatest investment that anyone can make. Recognizing that fact, the bank has over the years pledged its commitment to the country's educational system.
We also make a donation to the Ministry of Education. In the past, we've done it in the form of Promethean whiteboards, laptops, projectors and related screens. In recent years, the ministry has asked us to assist them with the development of television programming to supplement the education that the kids are getting in the schools.
As thousands of students head to the classrooms next week, several members of the corporate community as well as politicians have stepped up to ensure that students are equipped for the new academic school term. Here's Jared Higgs with a recap of some of yesterday's school giveaways.
Outreach programs throughout the Bahamas are making sure young kids are prepared as they head back to school. Among them was the Garden Hills constituency back-to-school party hosted by Garden Hills Member of Parliament, Dr. Kendall Major.
So we wanted to salute our students today by going around the entire constituency and giving out goods, not just for, not toys, but productive items that are necessary for the learning experience.
Zontas, an organization advocating for women's and children's rights, hosted a food and goods drive at Solomon's for young people affected by HIV. Mrs. Camille Lady Barnett is the president of the Bahamas AIDS Foundation, as well as a member of the Zontas Club of Nassau.
So we're asking people to purchase an item in the course of shopping at Solomon's, come through the cashier, and at the other end, one of our volunteers is there collecting their items. And I must say that Bahamians are really very generous people, and we really appreciate the support that we've gotten so far.
Prince Hall Lodge hosted a back-to-school event at their lodge hall on Blue Hill Road. Later that afternoon, One Family Junkanoo Group hosted a back-to-school event one road over on Market Street. The group's leader, K. Darren Turnquest, tells us the day involved lots of fun and prizes for the kids.
This is our opportunity as members of One Family to really give back to the community and really do what we say we are. We are the One Family Junkanoo and Community Organization. So today you see so many young people from all across this community coming here and taking part in what we call the One Family, the real One Family.
Dr. Major and Lady Barnett explained that these initiatives are crucial to advancing the lives of young people.
So to us, it's about the potential of our kids and from where they are to where they could be. So we're encouraged by the students of Garden Hills.
Sometimes kids don't go to school because they don't have the required equipment and they're too embarrassed to go. So it's very important that we get kids ready. I mean, we all know how important education is. So we want to encourage kids to go back to school by getting them the supplies that they need so that they could do their work.
Jared Higgs, ZNS News.
And still to come, thousands attend a luxury car giveaway courtesy of, well, we'll tell you who after the break, so keep it locked.